Coming up, we'll talk Sunday racing, including wins for Bobby Pierce and Dennis Erb Jr., plus the Super DIRTRACKR Series over the border in Canada, and more on Corey Day's pavement future, including his likely next stock car start. Let's go. It's Monday, July 22nd. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Unleash the cutting power of Kubota with genuine blades, the ultimate secret weapon for your equipment's performance. From tough terrain to overgrown fields, Kubota's precision-engineered mower blades slice through challenges with ease, ensuring a clean cut every time. Don't settle for second-rate imitations. Trust Kubota Genuine Parts for a mowing experience that's sharp, reliable, and superhero-worthy. Upgrade today and let your equipment be the hero of the yard. You can find a full line of Kubota Genuine Parts, including mower blades, at your local Kubota dealer. With more than 1,000 dealers nationwide, odds are you're close to a dealer right now at this very minute. To find a dealer near you, search in the My Kubota app or visit KubotaUSA.com. Around the country on Sunday, there were a number of races going on. We'll start first with the XR Super Series. Last night was the opening race of a 3-night stretch for the late model series, with Clay County Fair Speedway up first. 18 cars signed in, but only 15 made the call for the main event. Not a big field, but plenty of talent there following the Lucas weekend at Huset's. Hudson O'Neal led a bunch of the show from the front row, but it was fifth starting Bobby Pierce who made a late move around O'Neal to take the win. Pierce now with 23 total victories on the season, and he's won 8 of his last 10 starts. O'Neal ended up second with Devin Moran, Ricky Thornton Jr., and Mike Marlar completing the top 5. The turmoil with all of the recent ride swapping, I think, has kind of blown open the conversation for best late model driver in the country right now. And Pierce has really seized control of that narrative. He's still trailing in the 3 championships he's competing in, but he continues to stack up the wins. And he's likely not done yet this week. Tonight and tomorrow, XR heads for Davenport. We've then got Flow Series at Fairbury Wednesday, and then the Prairie Dirt Classic Friday and Saturday. Pierce will be in attendance at all of them and will be a favorite each night. In the XR Championship battle, Devin Moran still has a sizable lead with Pierce and RTJ in tow, but back to Davenport tonight. Elsewhere on Sunday, Dennis Erb Jr. was a Mars winner at Adams County. He topped Ryan Unzicker and Jason Fager on an off weekend from his normal World of Outlaws tour. Erb now with 3 wins on the season, including a dirt car score at Clarksville. He's got a Northern All-Stars victory at Brownstown, plus last night's Mars win. Erb's schedule shows him headed for Davenport and the XR show next. The Mars Championship right now being controlled by Jason Fager. He leads Unzicker and Alan Weiser. Mars is back in a few weeks at Sycamore. And at Screven, Casey Roberts won his first late model race since 2019, topping the Southern Nationals field in a show originally postponed by weather. Ross Bales and Corey Hedgecock joined him on the podium, and series points leader Donald McIntosh ended up 9th after flipping his car during his heat race. He did have to go to a backup car for the remainder of the night. The Southern Nationals' next scheduled race is tomorrow at Cherokee, but I'd keep an eye on the weather if you're interested in that race. It's supposed to be a very wet week here in the Carolinas, and Cherokee obviously not far away from where I sit right now down in South Carolina. Some Sunday sprint car winners included AJ Flick at Tri-City and Dominic Gordon in 360 action at Skagit. No big-time sprint car racing today, but we will have high limit at Lernerville on Tuesday for $25,000 a win. We'll talk a lot more about that show tomorrow. Besides the XR Super Series tonight, there is also dirt racing over the border in Canada. The Super DIRTCar Series has 3 races up north this week. We've got 2 nights up first at Autodrome Drummond and then Brockville on Wednesday. Tonight is $7,500 to win, and we've got a tight early championship battle here with 6 drivers separated by just 50 points at the moment. Matt Shepard, Anthony Perego, Jimmy Phelps are 3 points apart. Matt Williamson is 10 back, Peter Britton 31 out, and Tim Sears Jr. in 6th is only 50 behind. Williamson leads the series with 3 wins. Shepard still looking for that first Super DIRTCar Series score of the season. Racing in Quebec means a nice helping of the French announcer and hearing names like Felix Waugh, David Hebert, and Francois Bernier. You can watch live tonight over on Dirt Vision. Jumping back to the sprint car weekend at Eldora, it was a tough 4 days for Corey Day, the high limit regular, sprint car phenom. He's got 7 total wins this season, including 5 with high limit, 1 with the Outlaws, and that Super Dirt Cup score at Skagit. But he's had a tough go of it in the last few weeks. He's got just 2 top 10 finishes in his last 7 appearances, and that included just 2 made features at Eldora. One was his prelim night feature with High Limit, and then the other the night before with the World of Outlaws. He was on the outside looking in for the 2 big paying races. Maybe felt a bit surprising. I actually didn't include him in my surprises for the weekend. Because to be fair, it was his first ever trip to Eldora. That place provides some unique challenges, and this dual High Limit World of Outlaws Kings Royal Week was going to be one of the toughest on the schedule. And for some comparison, Day missed that Kings Royal main event alongside guys like Carson Macedo, Kyle Larson, and Brad Sweet. Day still finds himself 50 points to the good in the High Limit Charter Chase, and he's still very much in the fight for the midweek title. And he's got a chance to get things going in a good direction tomorrow at Lernerville before the High Limit schedule shifts to the West Coast, where Day will be headed to tracks he's incredibly familiar and comfortable with. Tulare, Hanford, Placerville, Chico, Douglas County, Grace Harbor, and Skagit are all on that High Limit schedule, that trip down the West Coast. And you won't be shocked to know that Day has won at every single one of those racetracks. Before the trip home, though, I've been told that Day could be doing some racing of a different kind. In the midst of this breakout season, there's been a lot of chatter about Day's future potentially being on pavement, and that was aided by a late model appearance this past spring at Hickory Motor Speedway. Day won a feature that night driving for Junior Motorsports, and we've documented here on The Daily Show his family connection to a key figure at Hendrick Motorsports. A lot of signs are pointing to Day already being signed to a future deal with Hendrick, and this could likely be his last season driving a sprint car full-time. We haven't seen Day take part in any pavement action publicly since that Hickory win, but that is probably changing this week. I've been told that after Lernerville, Day will likely take on the ARCA race this Saturday at Salem Speedway in Indiana. Salem has launched plenty of careers over the years, and the list of recent ARCA winners there reads like a who's who of young NASCAR talent. Names like Jesse Love, Sammy Smith, Ty Gibbs, Chandler Smith, Christian Eckes, and Christopher Bell have all won there going back to 2016. After Salem this weekend, other stock car races for Day are being talked about towards the end of the season. And this couple of week break in between Lernerville and the Knoxville Nationals before that West Coast trip is really the final down period for High Limit, as they will race 23 times between August 15th and October 12th. But after Texas in October, which is the High Limit finale, there would be a few chances for Day to still run some pavement races. I would expect this to be confirmed at some point, maybe later today or tomorrow when the ARCA entry list for Salem is officially released. I've said this a few times already this season, but enjoy Day in a sprint car while you can now, because the process is moving along quickly for his future. Oh, we'll call it good for there today. I'm headed after the show to go grab a new batch of DIRTRACKR shirts, so be on the lookout for those later today to be live over at shop.dirtracker.com. Hope you guys have a great Monday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.